What's up, everybody? Stevie B here from Dynasty Life Fantasy Football. And today's video is going to be about three guys that I love in the fourth round of your rookie drafts, where you don't have to spend much, but guys I think are major sleepers that can have roles in their offense. Let's talk about them. But before we do that, guys, just do me a quick favor. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you do play Dynasty Fantasy Football. But let's get right into the video. All right, the first guy we're going to talk about is running back Dwayne McBride. Goes to the Minnesota Vikings, 5'10", 215, 30.8 BMI, college denominator of 41.8. This guy played really well in college and had good college production. 1,368 yards in 2021, 1,713 in 2022, 19 touchdowns. I mean, 7.3 yards per carry, 1,072 yards after contact, which ranked first in college football. Goes to the Minnesota Vikings in the seventh round. Does not get the draft capital that we want. A lot of guys didn't. But the Vikings had him ranked on their board as a starter. They were able to get him in the seventh round, so they were really excited about Dwayne McBride. He was rated the number 5 running back in the class by Mel Kiper Jr. and PFF, and he was second in elusive rating behind Bijan Robinson. There is a lot of talk about Dalvin Cook being traded. There's a lot of talk about this June 1st deadline where they get to save extra money if they make a move after June 1st. So we might have to wait until then. But McBride has a chance to come right in and play a role on the offense. Now, if Cook goes somewhere else and they get rid of Cook, we're going to be looking at Alexander Madison and Dwayne McBride. Madison has showed he can hold a workload and be that three down guy. He's constantly, a top 10 running back when Dalvin Cook is out. But are they going to give Madison the workload that they were giving before, right? We've got a new coaching staff in town, right? Not the same that drafted Alexander Madison. They did give him a 2-year deal, so he is there for the next 2 years. But McBride is a guy that can carve out a role next to Alexander Madison, and of course, if Madison gets hurt, can step right up. But with these late round guys, late round draft picks, and we're getting them in, the fourth round of our rookie drafts, we're not expecting these guys to take over a backfield and just be the guy for the long run. Like we only expect like 1 year, 2 years production, right? If we can get Tyler Algier production in that first year, they're a backup running back. Somebody gets injured, they come in, they're giving you good solid weeks at the running back position. That is all we're looking for in these later round picks is 1 to 2 years that a couple games they can give you some spot starts due to injuries or situations, circumstances, whatever happens, that they can come in and be a top 15 running back that particular week. That's all we're looking for here with Dwayne McBride. Good situation. There is a scenario where Dalvin Cook gets traded, and it is Alexander Madison and Dwayne McBride. Second guy on this list is going to be another running back, 5'11", 208. Zach Evans goes to the Los Angeles Rams. BMI of 29. The guy that shared the backfield at TCU, Kendre Miller, in that 2021 season where he had 648 yards. Then winds up transferring over to Ole Miss, where he had almost 1,000 yards, sharing the backfield there as well. But he's a guy that can carry three down work. Like he has the ability to catch, he has the ability to run in between the tackles. We're looking at Zach Evans in about that third round of your rookie draft, going to the Rams, where there's only really Cam Akers in front of him, right? Kyron Williams is still there. I think Zach Evans definitely has the opportunity to beat out Kyron Williams. So he can very well work himself to that RB2 on this team behind Cam Akers. And I'm not too confident in Cam Akers either. I mean, this guy has been in the doghouse, in and out of the doghouse there for the Rams. So I'm not really entirely confident with Cam Akers. So I love Zach Evans getting the opportunity to go to the Rams and play there. Rams moved up 37 spots in the draft to go and get Zach Evans. Wound up getting him in the sixth round, saying he has special traits. So they moved up to go get him. He was one of the guys that they were looking at. He can do a little bit of everything. Old Miss, he had one of the worst O lines in the nation and still averaged 6.9 a carry. Had an elusive rating of 91.3 according to PFF. One of the even bigger things about the destination of where Zach Evans went is that Cam Akers has 1 year left on his deal. So Cam Akers can very well not be a Ram next season. They can very well move on from him and not pay him, which leaves just Zach Evans. Now, does he get replaced next year? Do they draft a running back next year? Yes, possibly. There is a scenario where Zach Evans can take some work from Cam Akers, find himself a role, and possibly have a role in this offense next season as well. I love Zach Evans in that third round of your rookie draft. Third guy, sleeper in your dynasty rookie drafts is going to be Xavier Hutchinson. You could get this guy in like the end of the third, most of the time the fourth round of your rookie draft. 6'2", 203, ends up going to the Houston Texans, play along with very accurate quarterback CJ Stroud. They also did get Tank Dell as well, drafted him in the third round, but he's more of a slot guy. John Mechie's still there. He's more of a slot guy. You've got Nico Collins, who is playing that X receiver on that outside there. So you're going to have Hutchinson on one side, Nico on the other side. You've got Dell, you've got Mechie lining up in the slot there. Just moved up 25 spots in the sixth round to go and get Xavier Hutchinson, a guy that they did like. 107 catches last year. Semi-finalist for the Blitnikoff Award, which is the award for the best wide receiver in college football. He's a great route runner. He can line up all over the field. He's got a huge catch radius and great body control. And that's one of the, makings of a really good wide receiver. Top of that, Nico Collins is a free agent next year. Well, if they don't re-sign Nico Collins, we're talking about Xavier Hutchinson, who can be, that wide receiver on the outside that they go to. So he does have an opportunity here in Houston to, carve himself out a nice role in the offense with a nice young QB and CJ Stroud, a guy that's very accurate. He should love a guy like Xavier Hutchinson, the way he runs his route, the catches that he's able to make. So I'm excited for Xavier Hutchinson. Again, a late round pick, so he is, kind of a dart throw. That's what we're looking for in these third round, fourth round picks that we have, in these rookie drafts. We're not expecting them to come out the gate and be, Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson. So love me some Xavier Hutchinson later in your rookie draft. Gonna wrap it up for this video. I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. Let me know down there in the comments whether you agree with some of these guys. Have you drafted some of these guys? What do you think? Let me know down there in the comments. Appreciate y'all. Just do me a quick favor before you get out of here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you do play Dynasty Fantasy Football. See y'all on the next one.